So this is the third part of the hero landing series. In this part we will create dust or smoke element for these debris. So let's just get started. So for this we will use these bigger chunks of these debris. So let me just hide all these small debris, this one, and just hide this one because we are going to go for bigger ones. So just create geometry and we will call this crack geometry here or debris geometry. So I'm loading my file cache. Okay, let me just hide others. Okay. Now we want to create dust on these elements. So for this we want all this interior part of these debris. If you use exterior part of this, it will create smoke on all the parts. So we will create for interior part of this. Let me just use pyro source. Okay, now you can see that it is using interior part and all the points are inside of it, but it is carrying every part of this geometry. We want only these center part of it. What we can do, we can delete all these static parts by using velocity. So let me just use delete node. And we can delete this by expression, and we can use at v is for velocity. Okay, just less than now. So it will delete all the static particle which are not moving. So below this 0.1 velocity all the particles will be 0. Like if we go to starting, there is some still are there, but we can increase this to like 0.2. It will delete all this, and what will remain with these particles. This will generate our smoke elements. So in pyro source, let's just keep all these two here, and we want for smoke, we want density, we don't want temperature, and we can use point separation lower. For this I'm using 0.05. we can change this when we go. Then we need to rasterize these values. So volume, rasterize, attributes, and we need to rasterize density and velocity, and voxel size is same as this one, which is 0.05. Then just save this so that it will not crash, because sometime it will crash. So next we need to top network, and just use here null object. just out Okay, come to DOP network, open this and we will create smoke solver. So first we need smoke object, then need smoke solver, this one, connect this, then we need gravity, and we need volume for sourcing all these densities. Volume, and need to define path. So path is, this is geometry geonode out, this one, and we need source fuel, and we don't then can change this to smoke, then it will change to density, temperature and velocity. For temperature we are going to use this density as a temperature, and everything is okay. Then go to smoke object, just lower this for testing purpose, and my domain size is 20 by 10 by 20. Make it square 20 and just make it 10 so that it sits on the ground. Close boundaries, we want to close on y-axis, x and z will be open, and let's just play this and see what happens. Okay, it is creating smoke. Okay, so what we can do here, let me just increase this one a little bit so that it will simulate a little bit faster. Then we need here gas resize for resizing domain. Resize dynamic. Static, and I just use 10. Static is enough. Then when you come to smoke solver, just increase the buoyancy, which is 1, and everything okay. Okay, so if you look, it is slightly lower resolution, but if we go to volume source and if we just increase the velocity parameter, which is pulling these velocities from points, and we can increase a little bit this one. We can use turbulence because in this gas smoke solver there is no value for turbulence and all that. This is for color, so we can use like gas turbulence just to give it variation, and I'm using 0.5. Here are some smokes are popping, so we can delete these by using little bigger value for velocity. Okay, now you can see this is going, but I think density is too high. So what you can do here, you can check for this and this. Here it's not showing, so you can use volume visualize to see the smoke area. Or you can use DOP import, delete this DOP IO. Here you can use DOP network, and DOP node is smoke object, and this one is smoke, and we are interested in only density and velocity. Now you can like density. Now you can see the densities, and density, my density value is maximum is 4. Okay, you can increase shadow. So you can see this is like going this one. I think this is going way too further. See, we want to limit this, so we just come here. Density is actually too high, so let me just lower this density. 2 is enough, and I think velocity will 2 will give us good values. Then we can use this one. This is gas dissipate. And we can use control field temperature, evaporation. Let me just use 0.9 fields. 0.9. It will decrease all these densities based on time. because these particles are based on velocity, so they delete after some time when they get to rest point, and automatically all these values will decrease. So if it's not deleting, we can add key also. See, so we can add key on this. So if we check our crack, these particles will go around, I think 40 is good number. So if you go to top volume, we can like key on these values. So I think if we go to from 35, can key on these values and go to like 40, 45, and just zero out all these values. There will be no smoke, no temperature, and no velocity. So, and if I go here, and I can increase a little bit this one. We just use 40 by 40 domain size and active. Now you can see some values. You can increase the cooling rate also, so that it will cool down, it will not rise too much. If you want to, like 0.75. If you don't want this, you can lower this value also. So if I simulate this, it will give you the smoke simulation result for these particles. This is pretty much the process I used for dust. And if you lower the resolution and change the look depending upon you, if you want more turbulence, less turbulence, you can always use more values in gas turbulence and all these settings. It will give you proper result. If you think smoke is too dense, that's because of the values I am using there. See, this looks too much dense, but if I come here, see, it's not that dense. But if you want high settings, you can always control this. So let me just link these values. So just copy this value, copy parameter, go up, and I know here paste relative, then same here paste relative. So now all these values will be same. So if I go for 0.05, I'm not going to simulate this because it will take time, but if I just show you some frames, it will be more detailed. If you want more higher resolution, just lower this value, it will get more detail and cache out this smoke simulation. See, okay, I'm not going to simulate, I'm just showing you these settings. See, now these are all aligning with these pieces. So let me just call my cache, which is I have used load from disk, and if I call my cache, which is I think smoke. This one it is. Okay, see, it is simulated same way. Just turn off. See, after some time it will like decrease out because of that dissipation value, so don't need to worry about high value, high density values. Okay, so this is the smoke part. Then next will be the shockwave part. It will be in next tutorial.